Good day, everyone, and welcome to our maiden webisode of Futurecasting with Insular Life and Philippine Star. More than likely, you have already read my article, and I'm glad you can join me here today. As we all know, our everyday financial decisions dictate the road that our future will take. So we are here to help guide you in the journey towards your ultimate goals and dreams in life. For the next 12 webisodes, we would love for you to join us as we get to know different people talk about everyday money matters. It's all here in Futurecasting. Let me now give you a quick rundown on what you can expect from us here on 12 themed webisodes. Every week, we will have guests who, like most of you, have questions about money matters. From being a boss and spending wisely to dabbling in stocks to learning all about retirement and so much more. For our very first guest, Pamela Mesina, 33 years old. Freelance production and stage manager for various event companies. She grew up pampered by her parents and now is afraid that with her current spending habits, she might not be able to provide for her kids the same way her mother and father did for her. Pamela, welcome to Futurecasting. Alam mo, Pamela, money has always been a central idea, the central issue with every person. And I understand that you have issues as far as money is concerned, and you also want to learn more about it. Could you tell me more about your issues?
My daddy has his own business. It's a swimming pool business, and then my dad provide me everything I want.
Wow.
Until now.
Daddy's girl, huh?
Kinda. I am the youngest. He gives me everything I want. I'm 33 now. Sad to say that wala pa rin ako nabibigay na anything help financially sa house. Then even my car, si daddy nagbigay sa akin noon. So,
si daddy yung nagbigay ng car mo? Pwede kaya ako magpaampon?
Why not? Pero tinatry niyang ibigay sa akin yun na maski yung mga maintenance, tinatry niya na ako. But sometimes, parang, daddy, hindi ko kaya, ang mahal. So, siya pa rin magpapagawa. So, parang, siya pa rin lahat. So, now, my problem is, gusto kong ibigay sa son ko kung ano yung nabibigay sa akin ng daddy ko. But the problem, hindi ako kasi masyadong, well, unang-una masabihin natin, masyado akong maluho.
Ah, maluho ka.
Yes.
Okay.
Mahilig ako sa gadgets.
Ah, gadgets.
I have like 2 iPads. I have
2 iPads. One
laptop,
for the left hand, one for the right hand?
One for my son and one for me.
Oh, there you go. Did you ever process kung bakit parang, alam mo naman, parang hindi mo naman kailangan yan, and yet why do you still have to buy one?
Parang siya yung outlet ko eh. Na magiging happy ako na, uy, may bago akong toy.
And what are the other issues naman you have?
Yung son ko kasi mag-aaral na siya this year. So now, my problem is, yung mga kinikita ko from my work as freelance, hindi ko siya nasisave. Sometimes parang, saan napunta? Or, asan na yun? Anong ginastos ko? Wala naman akong binili.
Oh, yeah. So, hindi mo naman pwedeng gamitin yung gadget mo pang bayad ng tuition niya. Kaya nga, kinakailangan, alam mo, you're not alone eh. Maraming mga ganitong situation din eh. The good thing is, Pamela, every problem has a solution. The challenge there is, saan mo hahanapin yung solution na yan? Have you ever felt yung feeling na parang the world is caving in on you so you don't know what to do?
Yes.
Exactly. And that's why we have Futurecasting. And we have a resource person who will help us, enlighten us, pagkatapos educate us with ideas for us to be able to deal with situations like that. And I can assure you, you don't have to be feeling so heavy because a lot of people are into this situation. we're gonna invite Isa Benitez to come here as our resource person, and she will enlighten us on a lot of things. I'm excited to learn din.
Well, first and foremost, thank you very much for having me and for inviting me to this little chit-chat that we have here with Pam. I'd just like to congratulate you, Pam, for having thought about this at this stage in your life, at this point in your life, because a lot of people, they just realize this only when it's too late.
Yeah.
And I'd like to just tell Pam that, you know, you're not the only one who's experiencing this. A lot of people have experienced this. And I always tell them that much of your spending habits, as sad as it may sound, it really came from your parents.
Yes.
You only take after what you've seen, how your parents have spent their money, how they've given you so much, because we have very giving parents.
Pinasa, no?
Yes.
So parang nakuha na rin niya kung ano yung style ng parents. So she's adopting the same thing.
Yes. She's very much aware that she has to take a step back and evaluate her finances because she might not be able to sustain it the way her parents did. You know, when I talk to my clients, I only ask them to follow 4 things. Go by the acronym PEACE.
Peace.
Yes. For this particular purpose, we're going to use PEAS.
Okay. Peace. Okay.
Yeah. So it still resonates.
So,
right?
all right.
Okay. So we start with letter P, and P is always about purpose. Why are you doing this? Why are you making this change? It's more helpful when you anchor it into something deeper.
That is so true.
Yes.
You know, whether you want to do business, you want to do anything else, that crucial question, why? That's the purpose thing.
Because that's a powerhouse of everything. The purpose. You have to be able to paint what kind of life you want to have. So you have to anchor it on something deeper. All right? And then E is you have to start building your emergency fund. You've spoken about the unpredictability of income. And the only way for you to be able to not worry and carry that worry with you wherever you go is if you have an emergency fund, a backup plan.
Yeah. You know, Pam, yung mga worrying mong ganyan, is it because you don't know these things, or is it because meron kang nasa sense na unless you do something, you're gonna sink deeper?
Yes. Maybe I know, the back of my mind, I know that. But pag gagawin ko na siya, mahirap na talaga eh.
Mahirap.
Yes.
And, you know, Isa, I just have this sneaky suspicious feeling. Mahirap because we don't know.
Yes, yes.
So
we're afraid of the unknown.
So you have P, and that stands for purpose, and you have E, which is
emergency fund.
Emergency fund.
Let me help you, Pam, with your emergency fund. Your emergency fund should be comprised of 3 to 6 months worth of your monthly expenses. If you will be able to compute that, and you will be able to start building that up, then you will less likely be afraid that tomorrow, in case I will be needing something for Yuan, I'll be able to pull out something because I'm prepared. And especially since we're dealing with the unpredictability of income, that's very important.
So, ang magiging predictable ngayon, dun sa center ng unpredictability is what you set aside.
Yes.
Oo. So, ngayon, ang kalaban naman ng setting aside that emergency fund is the urge to buy something that you want to do, ano ha? Yun ang nakakasira, di ba?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why it really entails a lot of discipline and commitment. And you will be able to do that if you are anchored on a certain purpose, on a deep purpose on why you're doing it.
Yes.
So we'll always go back to the first step.
Purpose,
Yes.
naka-anchor. So, that's P, that's E. What's the next one?
The next one is appropriation of funds, which is A.
Oo.
Okay, a lot of my clients already know that they have to save, but they don't know how.
Clarify this for me. Yung appropriation tsaka yung emergency, hindi pareho yan.
Actually, emergency fund falls under appropriation. That's one of the things, but I just like to hype that because
Alright.
of the unpredictability of her income.
Okay,
Yes.
okay.
So I just single that out a bit.
Alright.
So with regards to the appropriation of funds, this is how you learn how to budget. The practical tip I always share with my clients is the envelope strategy. I'm sure, sir, you've heard about it.
I've heard about that. Pero, you know, so many people have read that, heard that, but they don't practice that.
Oh, because it's really hard at first.
Have you ever heard about that envelope system?
No.
Not yet?
Not
Oh,
yet.
this is the best time because this is going to...
Yes. The envelope system is you will have several envelopes,
Okay.
each labeled for your needs.
Okay.
This is for gasoline, this is for education, this is for, and the other needs that you have.
Okay.
Okay? So, once you receive your income, especially since it goes in bulk, because it's by project, I
Yes.
assume.
Naka-partition na siya.
Yes.
Naka-appropriate na siya.
Yes.
So you have P, you have E, you have A. What's S?
S is, and this is very important, Pam, you have to seek the help of an expert. A lot of my friends confess that they can't do it on their own. And they need a friend, someone they can talk to, who's an expert in personal finance, who can help them see clearly what are the things that I really have to prepare for. We see Yuan's education coming up very soon.
Yes.
Maybe you also have been thinking about starting your own business.
Yes.
Formalizing that career that she has.
Right,
So possibly you have these thoughts
Yes,
in mind.
yes.
So you have to be able to seek out the help of a friend, an expert, who will help you be enlightened about these things.
I'm 100% in favor of that kasi minsan tayo, nahihiya tayong magtanong. You know, in our shyness to reveal our weakness, we try to keep it and pretend that it doesn't that problem is not gonna go away. And I always tell people that kung masakit ang tiyan mo, huwag kang pupunta sa mekaniko ng kotse. So kung ito naman ng mga experts sa finances, katulad
Yes.
ni Isa, I mean, you just have to take that bold step and say, here's my situation, how can you help me?
Yes.
Yes, and you know the problem with not consulting an expert is you don't get to see beyond your situation. You only see the present. You
Right.
only get to see the day-to-day activities that you're doing. But you also have to see, what if tomorrow someone gets sick in the family? What if
Yes.
tomorrow I get taken out of the picture? So what will happen to Yuan? How will he be able to
That
study?
is so true.
So it really helps if you talk to
Yes.
someone who can enlighten you
Yes.
about these things.
Thank you, Isa. We
Thank you
learned
very
so
much too for having me.
You know, at my stage in life, I still realize that I've got so much to learn. So how are you doing?
I'm sure you're gonna receive a call from me.
Oh, please do. Let's have lunch sometime.
And I want to thank you, Pam,
Thank
for
you,
being
sir.
so
Thank you, sir.
honest. You know, when you have a situation like this, mahirap iyatak kung yung tao naman hindi masyadong nagpapakita ng transparency.
Yes.
And you're one in a million, Pam. I'm telling you, this is the start of a brand new day. Magandang umaga na naman yan, no?
Yes.
For you, magandang araw. And thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Controlling our spending habits can be a very difficult thing, especially now that marketers are getting smarter every day in trying to get us to part with our money and buy their products. We definitely deserve to give ourselves an occasional treat because we work very hard. But determining the thin line that divides overspending and occasional pampering is a skill. It helps to be guided by a monthly budget and a financial plan that will map out your journey to a financial freedom. Seek a financial advisor that can help you draw an appropriate plan. This is Francis Kong, looking forward to seeing you on our next webisode.